Welcome back to the channel. Since I'm currently between trips, I decided to make another Shutterstock tip video. If you haven't watched any of the other videos I have in the series, I will link the first one up here. Today, I'm going to focus more on travel stock photos and walk you through how to plan your photos and how to upload them so that you can get some sales in the competitive Shutterstock market. Some of the stuff I'm going to talk about I've maybe touched on in previous videos, but I am going to go more in depth about travel photos specifically. So if that's more what you photograph, you are definitely going to want to watch this video. Before I get started, go ahead and look down in the comments. I have a couple of links down there. The first one is a referral link. So if you have not started to sell photos on Shutterstock yet, you can follow that link and then sign up, and it'll help me out a little bit. And then the other link is just to my portfolio, so you can see some of my photos and examples of what I'm talking about in this video. All right, so I'm gonna walk you through step by step what you need to do to get some good travel photos. First of all, of course, you have to decide where you're traveling to, whether you are going off on a major vacation somewhere or are just taking a day trip to a nearby city. There's definitely opportunities for stock photos, and then you can make a little money off of your vacation or just in general. After you decide where you're going, you're gonna want to do some research and figure out what photos you need to take, where you need to go for those photos. So let me go ahead and tell you how I do a little bit of research. First, go ahead and get on the computer, open 3 internet tabs. In the first tab, go ahead and just search things to do in whatever city, state, wherever it is that you are going. And there should be a good amount of articles and blog posts that come up, especially if it's a popular tourist destination. Go ahead and click on the link to maybe the one that has the most things to do listed and have that open in the first tab. In the second tab, go ahead and just go to shutterstock.com. And then in the third tab, go to Google Maps and go to that city or wherever it is that you are traveling to. And then you will have that ready so you can mark spots on the map for you to go. Then go back to that first tab and just go down the list of things to do. For each one, search it on Shutterstock and see if anything comes up. If there are no photos, you definitely want to add that to your list on Google Maps. And then you can go there to take photos and fill in that missing gap on Shutterstock. Just keep doing that, then go through the entire list, maybe go to some other websites and just search them all on Shutterstock. See if there are no photos, or maybe there are photos, but they are old, not very good. If you think you can do better, represent the area better, add it to that Google Maps page. Then you'll have a list of all the places where you can get some stock photos and fill in those missing gaps on Shutterstock. If your photo is the only photo of a top tourist destination, it's gonna get sales because it's the only photo available to people when they are making those lists of things to do. After you figure out where you're gonna take the photos, it's time to actually go on your trip. Maybe it's specifically a photography trip, maybe it's another bigger family vacation or whatever, and you're just taking stock on the side. Whatever you're doing, just kind of try to take as many stock photos as you can as you walk around the different cities and stuff. Take photos of the places you have marked. Try to go early in the morning to beat the crowds and get the good light. Take photos of the entire building fronts, signs for the entrance, that kind of thing. And also, if you can take photos just from the street without having to pay to go in or anything, that's usually the best because then you can save money. But if it's a tourist attraction you're going to anyway, then pay to go in, take some more photos, cover the area well, and then you can have lots of photos to add to Shutterstock. That is the best option. Go to historic downtowns and walk around, take photos of popular restaurants, museums, all that kind of good stuff, statues, sculptures. You can't really take photos of murals or graffiti. Those won't go on to Shutterstock. They're just not allowed. But any other kind of photo, just take a lot of photos, make sure they're in focus, all of that good stuff. Then when your trip is over, you can put all your photos onto the computer, go through them, figure out which ones are the best, edit them. I am not going to go over editing in this video just because I plan on making a video on how to edit stock photos next week. So make sure you're subscribed to see that when it goes online. A lot of people have been asking me to do a video for editing, so that is coming out for you guys soon. After they are edited, you're gonna want to upload them onto Shutterstock, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you on the computer how I get photos ready to submit on the actual website. All right, so here we are on the Shutterstock website where you can submit your photos. We're gonna be looking at this one today. First, you're gonna have to decide the usage, if it's commercial or editorial. A lot of the time with travel stock photos, they're probably gonna be editorial unless it's something that's strictly nature. But if you're taking a photo in a city, or if you have a photo of a building with people in it, vehicles, logos, brand names, anything like that, it's going to be editorial, and it's going to get rejected if you submit it as commercial. If you aren't sure, you can always submit it as commercial and then resubmit it as editorial if it gets rejected. You're going to have to write the description in this format. So for this photo, we're going to have to put Helsinki, Finland. And then if it's in the United States, I always put the state and then the country, USA, after that. And then you're gonna have to put when it was taken. And then you can write your description. And I always try to be super specific. That's very important when you are writing a description, because when people are searching for a photo, they want that specific place, and they want to know for sure that photo was taken at that location, and it'll help when they're searching for it, it'll actually come up. So go ahead and write that. And also you can try to add some keywords in your description as well. If it was taken in a specific season, or if it was on a specific holiday or something like that, you can add that as well, and just kind of make your description long and completely inclusive of what the photo is of. This one, there isn't really much else to say, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. And then you can go down here and mark it as the category. So this one's gonna be building and landmark, and then I'm gonna just do miscellaneous for the second one, but you might also do parks and outdoor, nature. It just depends obviously on what the photo is. Then down here, the location, you're going to put in the location of the photo. And then you can do keywords. I'm not gonna go really deep into the keywords just because I've gone over that in other videos before. I think my first video for Shutterstock kind of goes over all of that. So you can just make sure you add a lot of very specific keywords that are relevant to your photo. Don't add anything that is not specific to your photo and the place it was taken. When people are on Shutterstock searching for a certain thing, they don't want a bunch of other photos coming up that are not that location. It is just pointless. So make sure you put in only keywords for the location that is the photo. And that's pretty much it. After you get the keywords in, you're gonna just submit it, and then you're gonna wait a day or two for it to get hopefully approved. If it's rejected, you can maybe resubmit it, and I do have a whole video about rejections on Shutterstock, so you can watch that as well. And that is it for submitting. All right, so there are all my tips for taking travel stock photos. I hope they help you out on your future trips. Go ahead and leave any questions, comments down below, and I will get back to you. And look forward to that next editing video coming next week. If you do subscribe, it means a lot and it's very greatly appreciated. Just know that I don't focus on stock photo videos. I mostly do like travel vlogs, that kind of thing. So if you're into that, make sure you subscribe. And thanks for watching. I will see you later. Bye.